goes on the board right now. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Headed out right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
A run with McCaffrey. He still has room inside the 30. And that's going to move the chains.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey scores. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts get the game's first points here in the second. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0.
Here we go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready. Set.
He'll look to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Colts pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Colts and their running back about to get back to work. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
McCaffrey on third down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs forthcoming, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Going with McCaffrey on the ground. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Brown with a return here. This return makes it up to the 25. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's Hill on the slant. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He's
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send and fly. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He breaks the tackle, crashes through another one. He cuts it toward the right sideline. There's a lot of space. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown! The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And you tell us this all the time, Brock. Touchdowns aren't the only stats that make a quarterback, right? Yep, he's nodding right now. But the absence of any from his ledger, well, that's problematic. And his struggles are indicative of the challenge that this offense as a group has really been fighting all game long. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
To throw it on 1st down. This one's taken in by Hill. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Watch out now. 52. Shot.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
On the set.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Smith, ready.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just.
Another turnover. This time it's an interception. There he goes, right sideline. And the Colts get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Did somebody lose track of downs on the sideline? They have brought the field goal team out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game. Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So a quality return, but you're going to have to wipe away some of it as they get caught for holding along the way.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Down. Set. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he works this to the 38 before going down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Eagles football, and they'll look for points here, but might be too little too late in a lopsided 4th quarter.
Okay, break.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Hut, go.
Running back sent in motion.
Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Wow, it's free again! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Here we go. Here we go.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Three. Set.
Another try following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 4th and forever coming up.
Here we go. Set. Set. Go.
Back to throw, needing a first. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Handoff now from the gun. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Colts continue piling it on here in the fourth. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Brown with a return here. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles about set to go on offense. Well, we all know at this point, turnover's the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Throwing now on first down. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Now looking to throw. This ball's cut by Palmer. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Second and 1. Hauled in left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So that's going to do it for us here at EA Sports. This has been another presentation of Madden Ultimate Team. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.